Hey guys, Bob here. I realized in post-editing, right at about this point when I got here and I didn't hear my typical woohoo after taking off, that my audio was not working from my mic very well. I don't know if the microphone just wasn't close enough to my mouth, or if my microphone's having problems. So this was a flight from last Friday night. After I was home from work, I looked at the weather and it looked like a great flying night. I wasn't sure if I really wanted to brave traffic going out there, but I figured sunset being so late, I had enough time to get out there and make my flight. So I ended up going out there, and it was really, I was so glad I did. It was well worth it. Great sunset flight coming up. You will see the sunset before this video ends. But look at this right here. So this yellowness that you're seeing, this is all the haze from the Canadian wildfires coming down. And North Carolina is one of the states under air advisory, air quality advisory. So we have that to deal with. So it was a great flight though. I climbed pretty high just to see if I could get above the haze, but it seemed to even get worse. I got up to about 2,000 feet. And getting up to 2,000 feet was pretty amazing. I decided to see how fast the Trike would climb and go back and look at my climb rate, and it was absolutely amazing. You could see it maxed out here at 511 feet per minute, but I was averaging about 480, 490 feet per minute at wide open throttle. That was pretty cool. And here we're coming up to the old Shelby PPG factory. They used to make fiberglass here for various construction needs and different things. But in 2017, it was bought by a company called Nippon Electric Glass, which they still make fiberglass and high-tech components within fiberglass for lightweight vehicles. They also have a research and development here. But I found out through some research, they bought the PPG plant in 2017 and have been operating it. I could not find any stats on the current amount of employees that worked here. When it was PPG, it was about 500 employees. I assume it's probably somewhere in the same vicinity now, but I'm not sure. But these two white buildings out in the back area in the upper right, I'm not sure exactly what those are. I put some question marks by them. They look like Amazon distribution places, but I'm not quite sure what they are. They're built like the ones in Charlotte. That's why I just assumed that. And I do know there's a Walmart distribution center, but it's on the other side of 74. So that's not what that is. But I thought it was pretty cool to fly over and see what it was. And then after that, I came up to this really nice piece of property with a long driveway back to a house. That's kind of my American dream house right there. I would love to have that. Definitely enough land there to make a nice runway and fly on and off and have your friends out and camp and do things like that. I think that would be a blast. So I really wanted to look at that house when I was flying by it and check it out. So this was really just a great long flight. This is probably the farthest north of Shelby Airport I've ever been. I think the whole flight I was somewhere around 24, 25 miles. And then as I flew out here, I wanted to go back and on my way back check out the corn maze. So here in a minute we'll fast forward to the corn maze and check out my navigational skills, because Gaggle doesn't let you put waypoints on unless you're doing a route. Like, you could do waypoints and do a route, but if you're not doing a route, then you can't see your waypoints on the map, or at least I haven't seen a way yet of doing that. But as I sped through here, I came right across 74 where the corn maze was. I could basically see about where the drive-in was, and I knew that the corn maze was about a mile due west of that, so I was just kind of pointing myself in that direction. But I was pretty happy when I came up and noticed, oh, that's it right there. And when I got here, I was pretty surprised that there's like nothing here right now. It actually looks like just grass, tall grass or wheat growing up in these fields, and maybe that's done on purpose, and they plant the corn later on to time it out for you know, when they're open in the fall and stuff. But I really thought there might be some design or something I could see there. So that was pretty neat to see, though, because I don't know exactly how those work or when they start them and do that. So then I just circled back to check out the sunset, see how close I was to sunset before I started heading back again towards the airport. And it's definitely getting lower, as you can see here, but not quite touching the horizon yet. So then we head back. I turn around and start heading right back towards the airport. But first, I made one circle after about halfway between the corn maze and back to the airport, and I got the sun coming right down on the horizon, and it was absolutely amazing. I was definitely talking into my mic on this and just saying, this right here is why I fly. I love sunrises and sunsets, and this one was absolutely spectacular. And I'm not sure the video is doing it justice, and I think because of the haze of the wildfires and stuff, it was a bright reddish orange, and you could just visibly see it going down when it got to this point. And I just watched it go down all the way to the edge. I also love this 360 camera where I can kind of, in post edit, keep focusing on that even as I turn away from it and start heading back in for my landing, and you can see the sunset going down below the horizon and stuff. But it was absolutely amazing. It was a late night for me, way past my bedtime, but I was very glad to definitely get this in there before heading back, because sometimes I don't always stay that late. So now I'll stop talking and we'll head back for the landing. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next flight. Thanks again and take care.